Ooh wee, ladies and gentlemen. Feeling real gas. Coming fresh off a networking event up in New York City right now. And I had to take a moment to literally think about this whole demonetization with Fresh and Fit here with Amaru and Walt. Based on what happened with them, and I understand in the case with Fresh and Fit situation, what could happen to Fresh and Fit when it comes to the monetization by a social media platform. Can happen to me. It can happen to literally anybody else, and I've probably discussed it in previous videos on YouTube and possibly Rumble in regards to that. But when I was looking into, I took a moment to watch what Aberrant Preach was saying about the whole ordeal of content creation. And over the year that I'm starting to actually fill this whole thing out and actually knock some material out and knock some content out continuously and consistently over a period of time, which is actually literally slow. Um, the whole thing with content creation, you don't earn money off social media platforms, as I was said, based off of skill, talent, education level. You build it based off of following, and I'm gonna go take it to a deeper level. Money is earned through the following that you have, as well as virality. You know, how many people actually engage with your content? You know, how many people literally just soaked in with the content that you put out, as well as the following combined. That's what's going to earn you money from social media outlets like YouTube, Rumble, Twitter, in some cases TikTok as well. And even before then, you have to actually develop a following as a requirement in order for you to actually have like other broadcasts or maybe promote like certain ordeals of like programs that you actually need to have in order for you to really try to build additional streams of income, right? Which you actually shouldn't be too reliant on social media heavily all the time because at any given moment, that platform out there could literally just sweep it on the rug for you and have some rules really change up in you when you least expect it. Unbeknownst to your knowledge, even if you actually try to dig it to a T, they could strike down your past content from years ago just because of the new laws that they primarily have, right? And they could vary from social media platform to social media platform, literally all the way throughout, right? Now, with like all the reality and everything, with all the content that they literally like speak out, you can do like a lot of stuff with like what actually causes reality is like a balance of controversy and edginess, but the trick is you don't want the controversy to literally go all the way to the extreme, right? Which could lead you to your content, will lead to your channel literally being demonetized, or worst case scenario, literally being deplatformed by that social media platform, depending on the rules of that platform's mindset. With that, virality you can literally jumpstart your channel, right? The virality and the following that you build can literally jumpstart your channel. But more importantly, in the end of the day, it comes with more so of consistency, basically tailored to your mindset and actually being discreet and respectful towards folks with the skill that you basically have learned and some marketing skills as well that you develop all the time. All those combined with the virality, right? With the following, right? You add the education that you have, you add your background that you primarily do, that you actually primarily build. In my case, it's like mathematics, statistics, data science, and all the other stuff. You build all these things combined, you make this stuff very fun, and you use a very great marketing strategy. You have to learn how to actually market your tools and learn how to be a businessman or a businesswoman. You could literally be able to actually stay up in the YouTube space for a very, very long time. But even then, those creators do have an expiration date as well, or that platform could literally be shut down or bought if you're able to literally stay for this long. So it's literally something that literally think about, and literally something that I've actually learned ever since I've actually been on that platform here. And this is something that I will intend to literally try to bring up. So what I'll try to do moving forward, because I know it's really free for all at this point, I will be still doing some analytics and I will be doing like some deep details, and I will not be afraid to really like get it out the mud, if you will, and actually just scrap. Just so I got to try to create data and statistics based off like what I saw and based off observations of what I see, whether it's probably red pill content, probably certain news outlets, certain statistics, business, finances, all the other crazies that you can think about, sports as well, routes, weather, however it may be, anything that could literally come up to mind that could literally try to create and find a way to make things interesting. It would be like a good challenge in the book to actually try to build. I said with many of y'all, and I know there'll be other data scientists or people up in the data science world in the space that I actually would love to hear the input from whenever they get a chance, or whatever type of output that they have, so that we could try to literally build together as best we could. And then another thing that actually I've also actually learned, like, because once you actually try to build the following, and once you mainly get all the stuff developed, the challenge is actually trying to get your ego in check, which is actually the next step that you really have to prepare for. But the challenge that I would have to really have to deal with, and not to really get too sogged up by social media, and not really get bogged by how many likes you get or how many people literally trying to follow you now, because it is a very, very weird and unpredictable process, literally known to man. Way crazier than I thought it would be when I first started out, but I could definitely say it's really fun. But who knows? Tell me what y'all think. And I'll say this: to around the 80 some, probably almost 90 some people literally holding me down on TikTok. Probably around 60 people literally holding me down on YouTube. I will say this, as I've said up in the beginning, well, in the second video on YouTube. What can I do to solve your problems today?